Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He isn't just all talk, he's very likely to go far in his career. He has both the brain power and the determination to turn his plans into reality, and he doesn't get discouraged easily. Still, his drive and energy are strong tools to help him succeed.
Can he bounce back from failure?
He bounces back quickly when things go wrong at work. He doesn't let setbacks or failures get under his skin for long, and you won't see him sulking or losing his drive. Instead, he'll get right back on his feet, focused on fixing problems and moving forward.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work will likely respect his skills and how much he gets done, but he may not be everyone's favorite. He has a strong personality and likes things done his way, so there can be clashes and heated moments with others. While many will admire how clear and confident he is, some may find him too bossy or blunt.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he will not feel insecure, but don't expect a gentle cheerleader at home. He'll respect your success and see it as something impressive, but he may not go out of his way to shower you with praise or soft encouragement. He won't try to pull you down or act jealous, but he'll expect you to keep your focus just like he does.
What if you start earning more than him?
He is unlikely to resent you or feel insecure if you earn more than him. He has a strong sense of self and isn't easily shaken by what others achieve, even his partner. However, don't expect him to gush over it or make a big deal.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He handles money with a lot of care and planning. He likes things to be in order, so he'll think through his spending and is unlikely to waste money on things that don't matter. If you want someone who values security and takes financial matters seriously, he's a safe bet.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives a life he can afford and doesn't believe in pretending to be richer than he actually is. He cares about keeping things in order, so he's careful not to overspend or show off. If he can't afford something, he won't stretch just to impress others.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is not naturally open handed or gentle with money or feelings. While he will make sure needs are met and keeps things running smoothly, he is not the type to give freely or offer warm kindness without a reason. If you're hoping for tender gestures or easy generosity, you may be disappointed.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is open and straightforward about money, not secretive or sneaky. If there's something important about finances, he'll tell you directly, even if it comes out bluntly. However, he may want a strong say in how money is managed, sometimes coming across as bossy or wanting things his way.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework should be shared, but he will expect it done in a way that meets his standards. He doesn't see work as beneath him and knows everyone has a role in keeping things running well. Teamwork matters to him, but so does getting things exactly the way he likes.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will actually help with chores and diapers, not just stand by and give instructions. He believes in getting things done and is willing to put in the effort himself to keep the household running smoothly. He won't avoid the hard work, but he might sometimes take over or tell you how things should be.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He is more likely to argue to prove he's right than to truly listen and understand your side. When there's a disagreement, his first instinct is to defend his own way of doing things and show why he thinks he is correct. While he's open with his words, softness and real listening are not his biggest strengths.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he usually stays in control and does not act out in an aggressive way or say deeply hurtful things. He tends to speak up directly and let you know how he feels, but he doesn't lose his cool or shout just for the sake of it. You'll always know where you stand with him. But if you're sensitive, his blunt honesty during arguments can sometimes sting.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he does not get angry very quickly. He stays calm in most situations and doesn't lose his temper over small things. While he can be strict and blunt, he isn't the type to explode or make you feel unsafe.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
It is hard for him to say sorry and take responsibility, especially if he doesn't fully agree with your view. He tends to defend his actions and explain why he thinks he was right, sometimes making you feel like you're the one who should understand him. Just remember, it's not about hurting you. He just finds it tough to accept being wrong.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He will respect your boundaries when you clearly and firmly say no. He understands direct words and straight talk, so you won't have to worry about him ignoring your limits. However, he may not always catch gentle hints or quiet signs, and he might push back with questions or try to understand your reasons. He responds best to open, straightforward communication.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He usually doesn't take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy, especially if you explain things honestly and directly. He doesn't get easily upset or withdrawn, and he won't sulk or act distant just because you said no. As long as you're open with him, he's able to accept your boundaries without getting offended.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He values respect and keeping things clear, and he is not the type to use intimate or personal things against you later on. You won't have to worry about your private moments being used against you.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be faithful, as he prefers stability and keeping his life in order. He doesn't jump from one thing to another just for excitement, and when he makes a commitment, he takes it seriously. His focus is strong, and he doesn't easily get pulled away by temptations or distractions.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He is not overpossessive, jealous, or suspicious by nature. He trusts easily and feels confident in himself and his relationship, so he won't be checking up on you all the time or trying to control where you go and who you meet. You won't find him acting clingy or accusing you without reason.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
His protective nature is not really about being controlling, but more about keeping things organized and wanting life to run smoothly. He doesn't try to restrict your freedom or make choices for you out of jealousy or fear. If he steps in or takes over, it's usually because he thinks he knows the best way, not because he wants to limit you.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He sees parenting as a team effort and will want to be involved in raising the kids. He's not the type to leave everything to you or disappear when work needs to be done. Instead, he'll help with routines, decisions, and setting standards at home.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he usually stays calm and doesn't lose his temper. He addresses problems directly and wants to fix things rather than shout or get overwhelmed. You won't see him snapping or yelling over small mistakes, and he's steady even when things go wrong.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will support your role as both a mother and your own person, though he shows it more through practical actions than emotional words. He respects hard work and ambition, so he values your efforts both at home and outside. Overall, he believes in partnership and respect, even if he's not always warm or soft about it.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
He is not the type to secretly support your career now and then expect you to quit after you have a child. When he says he respects your work, he means it, and he believes adults should each contribute and have their own goals. You might find him expecting you to keep up with both work and home with high standards in both places.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to act polite on the surface than show real warmth toward your parents. He will do what's expected, greet them properly, follow traditions, and show respect openly, but his words and actions may feel formal rather than truly affectionate. Warm hugs, gentle teasing, or emotional bonding with your family aren't his natural style. He's more likely to expect your family to adjust to his ways rather than him making big changes for them.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and not lose his temper or get overly emotional. He prefers to deal with problems head on and will address issues clearly instead of letting them pile up. You can count on him to stay in control, but sometimes you may need to ask him to be a little more gentle with his words.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's the kind of man who may be modern and open minded with you in private, but expect you to behave like a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. While he respects your independence and choices at home, he cares about keeping up proper appearances and meeting family expectations during gatherings or social events. This could mean following certain customs, dressing a particular way, or behaving more formally when his family is around.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will support you and not just stay out of it or automatically take his family's side. He believes in being direct and standing up for what he thinks is right. So if you're being treated unfairly, he'll back you up, even if it creates some conflict within his family. He isn't afraid of tough conversations and won't leave you to deal with problems alone.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is not a mummy's boy and will choose your side if there's a conflict with his mother. He respects his own opinions and is confident enough to make up his own mind, even if it means disagreeing with his family. If he believes you're right, he'll stand with you openly and not just follow what his mother says.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the kind of man who will share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and believes that what happens between the two of you should stay between you. Even if he's upset or frustrated, he won't rush to involve others or look for their sympathy.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being with this man day in and day out is like sharing life with someone who is driven, organized, and clear about what he wants. You'll feel the energy of living with someone who pushes himself and you towards big goals, keeps the home and finances on track, and faces problems head on without running away.